Welcome to Trending Educational News on Here TV Africa, being the 20th week of our news bulletin review on educational sector. My name is Florence Emmanuel. Here are the headlines from the educational sector that has been on the lips of Nigerians. The first one says JAMB admits to technical glitches on 2025 UTME result. NUC accredited fresh courses for unilorin and LASUSTECH. Bill to convert Yabatech to Varsity passes the second reading. Kano to recruit 17,600 guards to secure public schools. Niger government approves 1.3 billion for production of 23,400 chairs for public schools. Over 50 varsity polytechnic lecturers indicted in sex for grade scandal. The next one here says TETFUND uncovers polytechnic with only 30 students and yet receives billion annually. Corps members in Kogi State get 23 million transport grant. Secondary school curriculum to undergo major review in September 2025. And that will be the last on our bulletin review for today. I have Abifab here with me in the studio. He will join us right after the short break to discuss more about the news bulletin, the headlines I just read to your hearing. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
Abifab College of Innovation and Content Creation offers 6 months and 12 months training into content creating, internet radio, sound engineering and music production, film and video editing, and OAP and cinematography. For more detail chat 0802312959.
Welcome back. Peradventure you're just joining us, it's the 20th week of trending educational news on Here TV Africa. Like I said earlier, I have Abifab here with me in the studio. Welcome, Abifab.
Thank you very much.
So let's not waste our time.
Okay.
Quickly, we'll go to the first one. Considering the JAMB, we know that JAMB is the latest news now on the lips of everyone. So considering the admission of JAMB to the technical glitches that occurred in the past week, do you think that this incident that has happened would yes, this does not sit well with the Nigerians. Do you think it will them admitting that there will be a receipt? Do you think it would restore public integrity in JAM, integrity, credibility, or do you think it has caused much havoc than already?
Yeah, thank you for having me, Florence, for the 20th week Trading Educational News on AITV Africa. As usual, I'm here again, viewers. Thank you for having me. Now, you see, Nigeria, we want perfection. And we are also not perfect. We want government to be perfect. We want agency to be perfect. We want commission to be perfect. The technical issue that happened within JAM is technical. It can happen. It's software. It's mechanical. Our AC can go off when we needed much air condition in the house. So let's use that scenario. Our generator in hospital can go off when operation is on. So if we have that at the back of our mind, so we will not want to hammer JAM or hammer Professor Isaac Oyoride. He has come out plainly as a leader to apologize. Let's forgive him and let's move ahead. We don't have any other JAM again. This is Nigerian JAM. This is the Nigerian UTME. Let's accept what has happened. For the students who have gone to write the receipt, we pray they will succeed. And I know JAM will do something very important to make sure that the student get their result as soon as possible. And this time, no more
Glitches or
glitches.
error.
No.
But this error can definitely be refixed. But a lot of things, like the second question that I had, that it has it done too much damage already?
Yes.
The case of
Nigeria is a place where we complain so much.
okay.
Nigeria is a place where we think that our leaders are saints. Nigeria is a place where we think everybody is holy. You understand? So for any single mistake, there's always fault. Some in particular presidential aspirant came up on Twitter and Facebook that he said NIFON should be cancelled, NY should be cancelled, what else, JAM should be cancelled. And you see people replying him immediately that when you become a president, you can't
Let's see
cancel
what
results.
you
How you
perform.
perform. So they are not saints. It can happen. So let's just put that it won't happen next year and we can move ahead like that.
It's just a pity, I was just thinking the young lady that,
Hmm.
lost her life
Yes,
due to the
yes, yes.
results.
Need to be investigated if that was true because on social media a lot of things can be promoted. Let's find invest whether it is true or not, and is it because of the jam score, low jam score, or something
Or
else?
something else was
Yes,
actually the cause why
yes. She committed
she
that.
committed the suicide.
Yes.
And a lot of I saw a lot of a lot of past events that
Mm,
has happened that
mm,
people were bringing up here and there
mm,
concerning the jam issue of the
yeah.
thing, um, referring back to past incidents
Mm,
that are not good to the hearing
mm,
that happened just because of these errors from jam.
mm,
Do you think that we know jam can actually do better?
yeah.
In fact, I love this prompt response that came from them,
Mm,
but I think there are other things that could still be done,
mm,
that could still be put in place in order for this incident not to occur like this. You know, it is not everything that goes wrong can actually be fixed,
mm,
especially in the case of lives.
mm.
Once a life is gone, you can't restore it back.
Yes.
So that's just my take on
Well,
that.
thank you.
So quickly, let's move to the next one.
Mm,
Um, it's about unilorin and
mm.
LASUTECH, the new accredited
Innovation.
courses. Do you think how crucial is the regular accreditation in raising academic standard and graduate employability across
You
Nigeria
say they like I
universities?
think we have discussed some schools. I think whether Bauchi also the other time I came here, they said the accreditation by NUC. Accreditation is a normal thing for university, polytechnic, and higher institution. If they are not accredited, that means the course is not recognized. What do they do in accreditation? It's just like approval for secondary school, approval for primary school. Come and say the equipment you say you have, the teachers, the lecturers, the lab, the stuff, the curriculum you have for that particular course, whether it's up standard or off
Of
standard.
standard.
Yes, that is what they have come to. They have come to check unilorin, which is one of the rated universities we have in Nigeria,
Yes,
and
and
LASUTECH,
LASUTECH, the heart
LASUTECH
of
just coming up is one of the
Ikorodu here.
yes, one of the new baby university that was
Yes, in
converted from
Ikorodu.
LASUTECH to LASUTECH. So it's a good one. At least those courses, those students who are in that courses will have rest of mind that at least they are studying a course that has been
Accredited.
accredited. So
Thank
that
you
is
very much.
yeah.
So quickly, let's move to the next one.
Okay.
Talk about Yaba upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think this upgrade is long overdue?
Very, very long overdue. I think over years, over 10 years ago, people have been saying Yabatech has been converted to university, Yabatech has been converted to
Do
Yaba
you know?
University of
Actually, I
Technology.
thought
So,
Yabatech would gain that
mm,
conversion
mm.
earlier than last project.
You see now, and because it's federal, they have to pass through a lot of process. Then this one is a state, more or less. They have the land. You can't compare the last tech in terms of land mass to
Yes, to
Yabatech. Yabatech
Yabatech,
is in the middle of
exactly.
the town, so it's a good one. Already, the Mr. President have approved it. The only thing is that just to go through the normal law process that will convert it from polytechnic to university. That's what they are just doing now, passing the second reading. I think the second reading. That's what the House of Assembly, I mean the Senate part of the House of Assembly is doing now. Mr. President already signed it into law.
Oh,
So it's only the normal documentation by law to be so that it will be more recognized. That is why it's in the Senate. And as Mr. President has spoken about it and has joined, there is this university, Taishular University in Ogun State was converted
yes,
to
to
federal. At the same
federal as
time,
well. Yes.
Mr. President converted Yabatech. You understand some other schools. So that has been done by Mr. President by his what do you call it, his power. So
So let's be optimistic that eventually it will be
sure,
converted.
sure, sure.
Okay, no,
B Bachelor of Technology, not BSc,
exactly.
according to that.
So we'll move to the next one.
Okay,
Kano to deploy 17,600 school
wonderful one.
guards. You know, it's actually a good initiative. But my question is, or should I say, my question is, do you think that this initiative
Mm-hmm.
would actually be a long-term solution?
Very, very long term solution because the issue is that if those 17,000 plus grad will be transformed in ministry because now it's government that is
It's
doing
not
it.
something we'll hear today, and when you go back for
No,
review and it's no longer
the
there.
only thing is that could be a ministry. They should be under a ministry because they will be paid salary.
Of
You
course.
understand? They will be paid salary. They will be recruited. They will be
And there
trained.
won't be issue of ghost workers.
Well, you can't foresee that
This
one.
is Nigeria because
The
I was
only
just
thing is
looking at
that
the number, seventeen thousand six
yeah, it's
hundred
much for
guards.
the whole Kano is Kano is large. Kano
I
has over
know.
44 local governments
And they
or
need the
40 local. They
security
need
because
security because
of
of
a
the
lot of
security in the north.
uh
It's needed because
happenings over there.
yes, they needed it. They needed it. So kudos to their governor. He has done a good one. Let other state governor in the north, especially in the north. Not that we don't need it in the south. In the north need more security to guide those kids in the school for primary and secondary school. But this is only for public school.
Public school,
Yes,
exactly.
private will you probably organize yourself and secure your school. It's a good one also.
So the next one is talking about TETFUND one
Mm.
non-performing institutions. I was just thinking that I think schools, especially tertiary institutions,
Yeah.
I think now it is paramount
Mm.
that every school
Mm.
should be accountable
Mm.
and transparent.
Mm.
Do you think that accountability and transparency
Mm.
should be something that should be held in high esteem now
Mm.
that we are hearing a lot of
Yes, we are
uh,
we are we are hearing a lot of
things
things.
happening in the tertiary institution,
Yes,
and
yes.
they all boils down to accountability,
You
sustainability,
see,
transparency.
when I heard that news and previous one about ninth fund, third fund, and this, I'm surprised that the average tower where we have professors, we have the learned, we call them learned, where we have the more schooled people, we have this kind of story. That means corruption can be anywhere.
Yes,
All of us will be
even
very,
from the very minimum.
even for all of us here, we say police are corrupt, this army is corrupt, NEPA is corrupt,
It
this is
begins with
corrupt.
each and every one
Yes,
of us.
yes, begin with every one of us. Nobody's talking about tertiary institution. Look at it now. Telephone money was given to
It's
school
gone.
to buy equipment, to buy this, and tomorrow they will tell you that this particular department does not have enough building. This particular department does not have
Have
enough
that,
equipment.
and
So where is the money?
fund were allotted to them.
Yes, and for state and federal universities, there are no ghosts. There are human beings there.
We can keep talking about this over and over again.
Yes,
I just feel like the change has to begin with each and every one of
from our
us.
homes, for ourselves.
Everyone needs to
Yes,
structure themselves.
discipline, discipline,
Wow,
financial
that's
discipline, financial discipline.
the
Yeah.
Bible need us to understand that money is the root of all things.
Yes, yeah. When you pursue money so much, you want to acquire it.
That's
You want
just
the
it.
whole thing to be yours, and it's not good.
Okay, let's move to the
Okay.
next one. Niger State invests
Mm.
1.3 billion in
Mm.
schools furniture.
Yeah.
Still talking about
You see, another thing is that these are not. It's okay. We credit the Niger State governor, but these are something that shall not come in the news. What is the Ministry of Education doing if you are providing chairs, seat for students, and you are telling us on
I think what we
in
need
the
is we
media?
need more
Uh,
holistic
uh,
reform in the educational system
It
sector.
has been like that, but the issue is that the sincerity. You are producing seats for students in government schools, and some of the parents are paying tax, and you are telling the whole world you are producing
Do
seats.
you know the
It's not a
funniest part
private
is we
school.
have some NGOs that
Yeah.
actually volunteer
Mm-hmm.
these amenities
Yeah.
like borehole
Yes.
in
In
public
fact, old
schools.
student association. I went to my old
Yes,
student association
exactly.
school that we promised to construct seats. It's too bad.
Exactly.
It's too
These are
bad.
long
It's overdue.
overdue.
So we credit the Niger State governor.
It will definitely come to the news.
Yeah.
If they don't bring it to the news,
Uh,
how do you want them to account or have a
to
record that okay, in so year this was established,
It's a
this
good
was
one, but
done,
it's nothing to celebrate.
that
Just
was
like
done
providing the chalk or marker for school, and
for
you
school.
celebrate.
Hmm.
Providing food for your children at home, you are celebrating it. Okay, so
That you angry already.
no, now can you be here? Can you be
Okay,
celebrating?
we have this scandal reoccurring again and again.
Yes, ma.
Scandal in higher institutions,
Scandal.
sexual harassment,
Uh,
this and that. What practical step do you think should be taken to eliminate this harassment
one
here and there?
prosecution. You see, when they prosecute those
It
things,
is no longer from the lecturer,
uh,
it is vice versa now.
yes,
So how do you think this can actually let me refer to the incident that happened at the LASUTECH.
yeah,
The lecturers that were eliminated,
dismiss.
that were dismissed. In
About
fact,
three of them like that.
I love that news. I love the step. I love that decision. I think if more of these
Mm,
actions
mm,
is being taken,
mm.
they have to go to the disciplinary panel and
Mm, mm.
the rest of it.
I found them guilty.
And
Some have been
they are
prosecuted, some are
proven
just sent
guilty.
out. Mm.
Okay, do you think the same measure should, okay, like I said earlier,
Mm.
what measure do you think can eliminate this,
It's,
or how can we
it's,
eradicate
it's,
this completely out
it
of
cannot be
our system?
eradicated. The only thing I say is discipline. Discipline. Before now, you see, some people, when people discuss, you see you see some traces of truth. When
Mm.
people rumor some
And
things,
in
even
every
when you
rumor, there
yeah,
is
there's
an
a
element of
element of truth.
truth.
Even with us, we know that some of these lecturers, even with wife, with children, we grow up children at home, don't allow the student also, the youngest also,
Are ready
who
to sell
are ready to
themselves.
sell themselves, they're not ready to be in the class, they're not ready to
They don't
read.
want to read.
So
They don't
these
want
are
to do
it's
this.
in do two ways. The lecturer on the other side, the student on the other hand. You understand? So they do it as give and take, which is strong.
Hmm.
So what kind of product do you want them to be in the nearest future when they graduate? That's why we come out to say a graduate cannot write application. A graduate cannot. When he or she was in school, what was she doing?
Hmm.
Was she really a student in the school, or she was a student? She was somewhere in Mami Market or in one closet enjoying herself. So these are the reasons. You understand?
Yes.
The lecturer saw you that, though not all, so that this one is not ready to study, not ready to pass. He wants to give and take,
Hmm.
give me and give you. That's another. There's some that are very brilliant. The lecturer is also interested in their
Testing
brilliancy.
them to
Yes.
do
In
such.
so these things will stop. By this prosecution, by these names that are coming out now, that we
Yes.
begin, shame will catch some of them. Yes, shame will catch some of them.
At least some dignity.
Something if the
But do you
children begin
know,
to hear
I
about their
I
names on
saw
the
a
screen.
particular news.
Yeah,
It's not news. It's
yeah.
not news. A program.
Okay.
I won't mention the name.
Yeah.
So the person was saying, do whatever you have to do
Mm.
to be in the spotlight.
Even if it's crime.
If yes, that if it will require you to
That is bad.
lose your morality,
That is bad.
your home training, your dignity, and
That thing you
everything
want
that
to
you
get, when
have.
you get it, now become a shame.
He said, insult somebody up there so that you can be in the spotlight.
Imagine. Not hard work again, not by grace of God again. It's by
Okay.
God will help us.
So well,
Thank you.
it is well.
Thank
God
you.
will help us, like you said.
Yeah, God will
So
help
I
us.
will not dwell much on this.
Yeah.
Still on the TED fund,
Yeah.
about the polytechnic that has been receiving money annually, and they had
That's
just
the fun.
30 students.
That's the funny one.
There is no other word than
The TETFUND chairman said when they visited the place that he was surprised. His 4-year-old school, he didn't even tell whether it's a state or federal.
federal.
He didn't tell us. Well, I know it's not a private, but he didn't tell us whether it's a federal or state. They said he was surprised. It's 4 years old school, and they said the location of the school is one of the states that is in the southeast that required students. So is it that they are not doing publicity? Is it that they just want to be collecting money? Well, with what we have said, that it's just that they just want money from government.
That's just
The billions should just come in, and who is in charge? Call the bossa, call who is in, oh yeah, carry away knife and let's share it.
But do
But
you
now
know the most shocking thing
they
is
are
that this
investigating.
misappropriation of fund has actually been in existence for a very long time.
Long time, but
Something should drastically be able to cover
technology
this.
is helping now. Then they are not even sitting in office again. I assume it is well. You see the third fund, not net for this summer. The third fund chairman and the group went out. Otherwise, if you sit there and begin to check file, they will bring file and say, yes, sir, they have over 3 million, 3,000 students. They're this, that. We have seen the project. But he stood up, went himself, and because himself was afraid of shame,
Exactly.
and because they are behind camera, they are behind them, and I say, okay, let's have your record. He said the AEFC is already investigating the matter, which is a good one. It should not stop on that. It should go to other institutions. Yes. Corruption is too much in this country.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abdul.
So we are moving fast.
Thank you.
The next one we have Kogi State. You know, the 23 million transport grant as relief for the core members. I think it's a very good,
it's a good one from
although it is good, and okay, let me hear your view
it's a
about
good
it.
one from Governor Ododo, and because the issue is that if it doesn't give, it is not compulsory that you give them. Just take this transport fare. We don't know how much
Each person will get.
But at least giving them transport to move back to
At least it's a nice gesture.
their destination is it's a nice one. So how much is 23 million?
Honestly,
23 million is a small money now for governor.
Do you know? Do you know when I heard about news like this? Usually I would rejoice, jubilate about it. I would be happy for them. But unlike now that we have a lot of news information, a lot of happening, like what we just said, misappropriation of food. Eventually, some of them might not even get this money.
Yes, because
I did a program that we're supposed to be giving a particular amount of stipend. By it was powered by a particular governor. I won't mention name. But you know, we're supposed to get stipend for transportation and some other things for about three weeks. We were only paid twice, and that twice was not that week. It was when I have even forgotten that I went for
Go for the
that program.
program.
And the day we went for the final the
Passing out.
final passing out of the program, it was announced that we got a stipend, that everybody, people were trying to say no, I did not get my
This thing
money,
you said.
and some persons did not even get their money.
So this thing you said, I remember one of a fellow that was posted to ATV said this same thing. Maybe it's your group or that. He said he quickly came to them in the hall that if Mr. Governor come ask, have you been paid your transport allowance? All of you say yes, because we're going to pay you today.
It's a lie.
And it was a lie. The guy said it. He said it was a lie. He said when he said truly Mr. Governor asked them that you hope you enjoy your progress. Say yes. I hope you are, no, the government is not owing you have been paying your
It was
transport.
strong.
He said everybody say yes. This was you understand? Shows that there is corruption. For them to have come earlier to pacify them. For how long are we going to continue like this?
It's absurd.
Yeah,
So now they are jubilating, they will be happy, hoping
that the money will get to their account.
expecting that money is coming,
We
but
pray that it get to their account because the
I just hope
transport
so.
fare for them to get back
I
home
hope so.
from camp, so they won't be stranded in the camp. And
I hope
and
so.
then we have them be paid.
So
thank you.
finally we have come to the very last
Okay.
headline that we have here.
Okay.
So secondary school curriculum to undergo major review is September 2025. The incorporation of information technology and other vocational activities that has been added. Yes, it's a bold step indeed. But my question is the emphasis on skill acquisition.
Yeah.
Now in Nigeria market, this acquisition is very, very important, because I usually tell people that if you can be a graduate, and it's happening, it's not even it's happening that you see people that are graduates, after being graduates, being idle at home for a while, not securing a good job and the likes, now going to learn one skill or the other. It's a good one, but my question is, will it be embraced?
Yes, since it's coming second, it's going to be compulsory. The lot of vocational training that you have to pick.
Do you know why I said so?
Yeah.
Now we have technology.
Yeah.
A lot of students now are lazy. They are looking for shortcuts.
With this one, there are lots of vocational trainings. You will pick either 2 or 3. You understand? That is what they want to do. So it's going to be compulsory, whether it's agri, horticulture, poultry, fish farming, snailing, carpentry, GSM repair, table repair, joint entry, CCTV, whatever repairs. You pick. You are not going to do everything. You pick 2 or 3. So it's compulsory. You have to learn and be productive before you finish your secondary school, which is a good one. That's what we have been talking before now. It's a review. It is not as if it wasn't in Nigeria. Before we, I think when we were in secondary school, we were living before this DSS3 stuff was introduced. That was the reason. In fact, then those of us in higher class, we used to go to, forgot how they call it DS3 lab, Introtech lab, this one lab.
Home economics lab.
We used to be, no, we have it our own, but this Introtech lab, we were jealous that we were senior. That if I know, I would have been junior so that. But look at it. Yes, look at it today. Oh, how many GS3 I can say I can produce the jointry.
Do you know that when I was in primary school, there is a particular place that we usually call center every Friday.
Yeah, center.
They take us to that center. We learn one vocation. I learned how to do ant stitching.
Good.
Then
yeah.
I was young. So, and I believe that whatsoever you instill in a child, it tends to last longer. So that knowledge I got there, I still have it now, and it's still part of me. And I can definitely pass it down.
I remember then, some people with cap, with cardigan.
Yes, with wool.
Yeah, with wool.
I did as well.
Yes, that's a good one.
I did as well.
Yes, now.
But what I would just say, with the impact of technology now, the introduction of technology, I think it will be very, very good if they can empower each department with the necessary equipment, to aid their learning.
The only problem that will come as private school, government will make sure that they fund the public school because it is.
We hope when it is funded, it is utilized.
No, we will be ready. Here, TV and all other media in education will be ready to move and to expose who are not ready. You understand? That is what we're going to do. September is very close. God keeping us alive. Let's wait and see. Let's just see the total listing.
Thank you very much. It's been an interesting time today, evaluating the headlines today. For standing by, that will be all for our educational trending headlines today. I hope you had a nice time with us. Also, please kindly subscribe, like, follow, and share. And we welcome every of your comments. Please put them in the comment section. I remain your regular host, Florence Emmanuel. Till next time when I come your way. Bye.